Stay, not going. I'm never gonna go. What's going on? YouTube. What's going on, my subscribers? I am in Valrica, Chile. About 9 days away from heading back to the West Coast. I have done. Geez, how long has it been? 8 months. 8 months in South America. 8 months in Chile and in Argentina, and it's been a great ride. So much fun. I did a full uh, 8 months of going abroad with my whole family. um, they've completely changed for the better. Not that they were terrible people or anything. They're great. My family's awesome. I'm just saying they've really grown, especially the kids. And I just want to talk about what I think is to come in this market and for myself. And first, like and subscribe, turn on the push notifications, as I give you videos like this almost every day and live stream almost every day from places all over the world. And um, I've spent a lot of time away from the West Coast. I've sold my ranch back in May of 2025 and decided to just go abroad. I was thinking, of starting a ranch out here in Chile or Argentina, and I wanted to check it out. And I think both of these countries are amazing. They both are very distinct, even down to different forms of language. I mean, the Chilean people speak Chilano, and it's a form of Spanish, and it is like unlike anything you ever heard. It's almost like German. It's very distinct. Don't expect me to start ripping off some Chilano Spanish right now. I barely have gotten by on it. But and then the other side of things, Argentina is this very Italian style Spanish, the River Plata um, style. And since I've been going across the border every 3 months to renew my visa. I've been staying mostly in Pucón and in Chile and Bariloche, Argentina. And right now I'm in Valerica, which is a neighboring town of Pucón. Kind of a farmy town. I really like this place. I made some friends here. That's why we're here, to kind of say goodbye to the friends before we leave. And it's this experience has been unlike any other, and I've been trading meme coins and sending meme coins this whole entire time. And it's been fun, and it's almost to a point where, my home country, USA, my home state. Well, I'm from Jersey, but place I've lived almost the last 20 years, California. It feels a little bit foreign all of a sudden, and I'm nervous to go back. And now I'll be in Southern California for about a week or two, visiting some friends, and then we have a place down in Baja Ensenada, so I'll be doing that for the summer. So this will be my third summer in a row. I know I'm wearing winter clothes. It's just getting to be the end of fall here, and it's just starting to get cold. I probably could take off this jacket. It is warm today here in Chile. But I figure while doing this video, it would get cold. But um, I've noticed a lot. I've noticed some things, and I think my whole perspective on crypto has changed. My whole perspective on America has changed. And from a crypto perspective, I've realized that crypto is pretty much held up by America. Um, and you'll have, Europe is a little bit a part of it. Southeast Asia is a little bit a part of it. But for the most part, crypto doesn't move unless America moves it. And the American economy and, now the institutions of America, Wall Street and things like that, has become very, very corporate. Um, and that was something I did not think that was the case before I started living here and in South America. because I've realized, even though, I don't speak the language and things like that, I've hinted at talking about crypto to some folks, and it's like it's foreign to them. They don't really understand it, don't feel like it's important. And again, guys, these two countries, Argentina and Chile, are completely self-sufficient. They have everything they need here, from fresh water, the climate to grow any kind of vegetables they want, the livestock. I mean, the minerals they have here, the lithium is huge here. They can, mining that, and you know how important that is for Tesla and things like that. Um, and so, it's a different mindset, and I think America has really turned into a place where, we are not self-sufficient. We actually depend on other countries for the most basic things now. And the last thing that we have in terms of cards to play is our economic card, is our financial card, our corporate card, to play in the world stage. And now we see that the petrodollar is being, under attack with the BRICS alliance of China, Turkey, Brazil, India, and I'm probably missing, Russia, and there's in the BRICS alliance, and they're trying to knock down the petrodollar. If you guys don't know, the petrodollar is what holds up the value of the U.S. dollar. I mean, the in the SWIFT system, which is the international trading system, international trading system uses U.S. currency, and so in a way, we make money. America makes money on every transaction that goes through that, and it makes the dollar just the most valuable currency in the world. And so that's pretty much our last card. I mean, we there's not much else out there, and I think that's why I believe why Trump and all these guys and his sons and the government as a whole and Wall Street as a whole are really trying to sink their teeth into crypto, because it's a way to um, get out of debt, get the dollar out of debt, get the country out of debt, and just be able to kind of facilitate a new financial system. And so I've been seeing this, and maybe I'll do a couple more videos on this, because the Clarity Act has something to do with that, right? And I should go more in depth with that, but in another video. But this video is pretty much just kind of spitballing about what I've been thinking and where I'm going to go next. And so it's kind of odd. It's kind of odd that America, it's like we're moving the crypto market, and that's it. There's no other countries that are moving it. And to a point even where I've been at a disadvantage here in terms of the time zones. When I was in California, I was way better for me. It was way better for me to be in that West Coast time zone, because it's as if everything is in front of you in terms of time. Degen hours are usually in the middle of the night for like meme coin trading. I would say like 11 to midnight Eastern is when major moves start happening in the crypto market, and that's when China is awake and things like that. The Chinese market is awake, and meme coins really move during that time. And for me in the West Coast, that's only like 8 o'clock, 7, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. And that was such an advantage to be fresh, because it's early still, to start trading or start finding some really good gems at that time. And here I'm an hour ahead of New York. And so it's been really, just kind of like, by the time everyone's kind of sitting down the trench, I'm falling asleep, so I'm 41, I'm not staying up late that much. I got a bunch of kids and a wife that needs me and stuff. So I'm not really staying up that much. I try to, but I'm not sharp. And I've been doing a lot of live streams where I've been falling asleep at the live streams, because I've been, in VCs for coins and just in meetings and stuff like that. I mean, crypto's a business for me, and so I'm very excited to get back into that time zone, more so than the weather, more so than anything else. Like the beachy settings of Ensenada. It's going to be incredible. That was my whole summer last summer, and I can't wait to do it again. But the main thing is that time zone. It's just such a cool time zone, and you know that's part of the reason why I'm leaving here is that it's just way better for me to be in the West Coast. I love the weather and everything like that, but also, from a standpoint of raising a family, American family in another country, you really gotta really assimilate, to what's going on around here. And I realize that Americans, especially myself, well, man, we got a lot of bravado. We are urgent. We set high goals. We push hard. And I didn't realize that about myself, and I didn't realize that was me being American. I'm an American, when I'm acting in that way. And in these other countries, it's very chill, very relaxed in terms of business. No one's really urgent. No one's really has incentive to go crazy above and beyond or set wild goals. I don't know if it's the government. I don't know if it's I don't know what it is, but it's such a nice society, but it's like no one wants to really go make $1 billion. You know what I mean? And they're not chasing the bag out here. And I've been a lot of places in these two countries, and that's pretty much the main theme is that folks are just kind of chill. And it's like, for most part, like I came out here to get away from all the political bullshit and the inflation and the all the social unrest of America and all this stuff. But I mean, at the same time, coming out here and trying to find peace and getting away from all that stuff, it's like there's not much advantages to being away from it, if that makes sense. Other than just kind of sitting here and I don't want to do that. I miss the fuckery. You know what I mean? I hate racism. I hate the way, things go in America, and I see it in crypto. And not to be saying that certain people are racist when it comes to doing business with them, but when you get treated differently, especially with Americans, in crypto, that are maybe running coins or something like that, and they kind of slight you, they kind of screw you over. It's kind of the American way to kind of say one thing and do another. I've realized, for some Americans doing business, whether in crypto or any kind of business, but just happened to me the other day, actually. Maybe that person's watching me, but yeah, I'm talking about you. But anyway, I still miss the fuckery. It's still worth it to um, fight through that to have a better chance at making more money or achieving higher goals. And so I'm willing to get back in that arena. Now, I probably will be in Mexico most of the time, most of the year. I really like that as a home base now. I really think it's cheaper. I think it's more relaxed than California. And I don't know. It's just it is better in a lot of ways, and but I can understand why people live in America despite all the junk. It's because we have Amazon, we have all kinds of, it's like all kinds of these little pluses, little pros that you're like, you can't really live without. So Um, I'm excited. I'm so excited to go back and again, I'm not going to be in America, but I think Mexico is close enough to be honest with you because there's a lot of Americans there. It is super like you can speak English everywhere there. See here, nobody knows English, dude. Very little people. I mean, I'm talking about a handful of people I've been able to speak English with, both in Chile and in Argentina. Like a handful. Everybody else is speaking straight Chilano, straight River Plata. You know, and it is. I've been speaking it to get by. Here and there, but other than that, I mean, it's not. See, it's not the same as Mexico, where you can just be at a bar or at a taco place and run into a bunch of Americans or everybody there is maybe Mexican, but everybody speaks English, and you can get in and out of Spanish with them, and you know it, I mean, Mexico is easy. Baja Ensenada is easy, in terms of it's American enough for sure compared to here. You know what I mean? I can still go to an Applebee's in America in Ensenada. I can still do all kinds of American stuff. Um, but here it's not like that at all. And I didn't realize that until I came here. It really opened me up in a great way to make me realize, like, hey, you know, Mexico really isn't that foreign at all. It's actually just a cheaper America. And so, yeah, man, and it's crazy also how maybe I've been living in great areas of these countries, but I haven't seen any violence, anyone even get arrested. It's just been the most peaceful experience. You know, and I think I will come back. I will come back again, maybe to some different areas of Chile and definitely some different areas of Argentina. I didn't even get to go to Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires is like on the other side of the country from where I was staying at. So, um, and we just didn't have the time. And then of course I'm having such a great time. I got my wife pregnant, so we stopped traveling. So so much. In terms of we were talking about going to Buenos Aires, and then I was like, yeah, morning sickness, not doing that right now. And then that's the biggest thing is that we thought we wanted to have the baby in Argentina and have it dual citizenship, and then we uh, we have automatic residency. But what I've come to realize is that I want my son or daughter. I'm gonna find out who if it's a boy or girl when we get back to America to be born American on American soil. Like the rest of the family. I don't want anything different with this baby than all the other babies. I want to be born in America. Now we'll probably go right back to Ensenada once the birth is done after a couple weeks. It's in September, so uh, I mean that's what I wanted to do, and I don't know. Shout out to the Chileans. Shout out to the Argentinians. Amazing people, amazing country. Um, and I will come back again. But I just feel like I need to get the business. I need to get in the grittiness of it. I miss LA. I miss LA a lot. But I'm only 2 hours away from LA. Even in Ensenada, it's such a short ride. And maybe it's 3 hours, but still very short. To be on Sunset Boulevard in 3 hours from Ensenada, and let alone San Diego. I mean, San Diego is like freaking 45 minutes away. But it's just better. It's better. My kids can't wait to go back to Ensenada. They loved it out here, but they can't wait for another summer. And we just keep the summer vibes rolling around here, and so yeah. And in terms of crypto, well, guys, we're gonna be sending some coins. real soon, like this week. I maybe, who knows, I might shadow dev a couple things. I might make some picks that'll send. I might not. I might have some duds. I don't know. One thing's for sure in meme coins. When things go up, they almost always go down. So always take your initials out at 2x and take profits along the way. This has been Stair. Talk to you later.